Jitendra Vaswani, what is happening?
It's happening. So much AI stuff is going on in SEO world, like especially in my business, affiliate business. So Google is making so many changes in the last 1 month. The kind of changes I've seen in my industry, it's crazy. I would say it's
Well,
mind-boggling. Yeah.
this is the kind of thing that keeps you up at night. Right now, it's
Yes.
11:30 p.m. local time where you are in
In
India,
India. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
these Google changes are weighing on your mind, and you can't even sleep.
Yes, to be very honest, from the past 1 month, it's being little bit anxiety because the kind of changes like Google have done in their algorithm. Like if you see the SERPs right now, Jason, it's been pretty rough. If you see Reddit, Quora, all these sites are coming up in the top, right? If you see forums are ranking very high for some specific queries like reviews, best weight loss protein powders, like all this. If you search all these keywords, best wireless routers, best printer 2024, you will see some weird results like in SERPs right now. So it's crazy and it's mind-boggling. Yeah.
What can you attribute to these massive changes? Because just to give some context, like obviously a lot of
Yeah.
people have been trying, inundating their blogs with AI
Yeah.
generated content, which recently
Yeah.
took a massive hit from Google. Most sites that did
Yeah.
rely heavily on AI
Yes. Yes.
content.
For sure.
What have you
Yes.
noticed over the course of the last little bit?
Like AI content is getting badly hit if you don't edit it. Like if you don't put that kind of human touch, like Jason, what I've seen, like so many of the sites, like affiliate niche websites, they were creating thousands of pages in just one single, like in just single day, right? And Google really hate this, right? Google really don't like it. If you're creating, like if your site is running on automation, like you are creating so many pages in one day in automation, you're creating bulk content, like massive content in one day, or in just 7 days you have like 10,000 articles on your website. Google would really mess you up. Like it will throw you out of Google search results, to be very honest. And I've seen, like I've been talking with so many SEO experts, and it's crazy. Like they have got de-indexed by Google completely, like de-indexed if they are running 100% AI website. So like Google is really hating it. As long as,
Yeah,
and like if you're editing it, like I'm running also AI content, but I'm making sure I'm editing it, I'm putting a human touch into it. I have a team of copywriters. They are writing content with chat gpt, but they are making sure like the content is readable for the read. Like someone is coming to my website or any kind of landing page, the content is readable by the users.
it's a recurring theme that I talk about on this
Yeah.
podcast is the
Yeah.
fact that our copywriters are no longer copywriters and they're copy editors, right?
Yes, for sure. So you can say yes. So I will agree on that part. Yeah.
So we're gonna dive into this stuff in a bit on this podcast, but man, you just jumped off the deep end and went right into it. But I want before we get into that,
For sure.
I want to give some context to our listeners and why I had you on this podcast in the first place,
Sure.
alongside some of the other guests. Is it's the simple fact that you're a world traveler and you're on stages around the globe talking about your expertise in digital marketing,
Yeah.
talking about your expertise in SEO and affiliate marketing, and
Yeah.
you built up quite the following for yourself, especially in India,
Yeah.
and maybe you could talk a little bit about your history and your adventure or journey into marketing in the first place, and how you got onto the worldwide stage of marketing experts.
To be very honest, Jason, when I was starting out in this industry in 2012, right? Like one of my friend, he told me about SEO, and I was just thinking, like, what is this SEO, man? So I searched on Google what is SEO in 2012 when I completed my graduation, right? So I was very lost. I really don't know what to do in my life because my family was pressurizing me to get a job in some MNC, like multinational companies, like get the job, get the things done. You have to get married, have kids, and you have all this kind of like family pressure going on inside your mind. So, but one of my friend, he told me about SEO. Then I searched on the Google. Then I got my first job as an SEO executive. Like I want to learn about digital marketing at that point of time. So I got this job. It was not a high paying job. I would say it was roughly like $100 a month.
Wow.
So yeah, it was very low paying job in 2012 in India. So I was like curious, but I say, okay, I don't have any choice right now. I don't have any option. So I just joined that company. Then I started learning about SEO, online marketing, what is the social media marketing, how people are doing optimization and all. From there, my journey took a U-turn. Then I did a job for almost like 2.5 years. Then eventually I started my full-time affiliate marketing business. That's where I got an idea. I need to like start my own agency. I have to run affiliate marketing business. And how I got this idea, if someone is watching this video, like all these like Gen Z audience, I would say that's like just go out all these networking events. That's where you will make your network and you will learn so many things from the experts. Like Jason, we met at the conference, right? Yeah.
We met
From
at,
there,
was the original, I think we met in Tel Aviv at the DMI Expo for the first time.
like DMI Expo, like 2019.
Yeah.
Yes. So we were both like speakers there, and from there we make this friendship, and we are doing some sort of like interviews, podcast. I've done interviews with you, right? That's what I always say to so many of my friends, like, and even someone who's coming to me for some kind of advice, I would say, please go out and make your friend circle and go out all these networking events in your industry. And that's where you will scale it and you will learn so many things. Like, so you will learn in and outs about the like about that industry, and it's very, very important. But so many people don't do this. They are lazy, they are not action takers, and
I
that's a
think
problem.
that's such a great point and such a relevant point. Here we are in, you know, in 2024, out of the
Yeah,
pandemic, and people, you know, a lot of people's routines changed. Obviously, a lot of people now resorting to working from home, now suddenly
yeah,
starting to get back into the office. But and
yeah,
with everything, it's like a perfect storm with AI coming in and people
yeah,
getting used to routines and
yeah,
staying at home
yeah,
and wanting to stay
yeah,
homebodies. There is
yeah,
such a
yeah.
need still to go out to physical events, have a dinner, shake some hands, meet people face to face, because
Meet
we were
people,
always going
yes.
to long for that human connection, right?
We need that human connection, right? In COVID, we lost. In COVID-19, we lost all this human connection. So I think after COVID, people like they really want to, like, I have met so many in like industry friends. They really want to go out of their house and they really want to make human connections, right? How long you guys are gonna do this Zoom meetings? It's boring. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
How
that.
how
Yeah.
do you attribute your I mean, I think this is an important question. How much of a focus is the return on investment, the ROI of a business trip, and how do you seek that out? How do you attribute that? Because one thing you got to be careful of when you're going to an event is trying to be too salesy and too pushy, because you're going to rub people the wrong way, right? What's your approach?
Like for me, like if I'm at the events, I will try to add some value to that person. Like if I want to meet you, right, I will look at your profile and I will ask you how you do, what are you doing. Like if you're like into social media, if you're a social media expert, I will try to bring you on my podcast, right? If I'm running some sort of podcast, that's what I did with you, right? We did some kind of interviews in Czech Republic, in Prague, like, where we were speakers to like TS, right? So that's where I did some interviews with you. I was trying to make some kind of connection with you. So that's what I will advise to everyone. Like if they are going to all these events, so just go through or like scan the speaker's profile, make a nice intro, talk good things about them, like do some kind of research. Like when you go to that event, XYZ event, so make sure you do some sort of research. And if you meet anyone at like at the event, try to be very friendly, try to be like positive and warm person, right? Nobody wants to meet egoistic person, right? Nobody wants unfriendly people. Like they don't want to meet unfriendly people. They want to create that kind of positive energy, and make sure you are giving them positive energy. Like 2 months ago, I was in Dubai, right? Affiliate World. And one of the speakers, he was just seeing my profile on Instagram or Facebook. We might have talked some like 1 or 2 years ago, but he like introduced me his friend, like one of the guy from Canada, and he's running one of the top notch SEO agencies there, and he introduces me at the event, and we did had a great meeting. And after I came from Dubai to India, then that person has given me like $20,000 business. Just he hired me for PR marketing, he hired me for SEO and all. So at that event, I got like $20,000 business. How? Because I made some kind of sort of connections, and that's how you make it. So you just give them positive energy. And when I meet that person, I was just giving him positive and like energy, and I was trying to understand his business, what he's looking for, and how I can add value to his business. If you don't add value to people life, they don't want to work with you. So
The
I believe in that
biggest
case.
the biggest turnoff at an event or a trade show is somebody trying to hard sell you on a product or service.
Yes.
Essentially,
So don't try to sell.
I'm there to build relationships with people. And if I am in the market to purchase something and I'm walking through a trade show floor, hey, I'm going to approach you. And that's the way it should be, right? You should seek it out. Nowadays, I mean, maybe this is just me, but when I walk into a fashion store, I'm just browsing. 9.9 out of 10 times, I am going to tell that customer service representative when they come to me, asking me if I need help, I'm going to tell them I'm just browsing. I will come to you when I need your help, right?
For sure. Yeah, for
So build
sure.
the
And
relationship
one
first,
of my strategies.
right?
Yep.
Build the relationship
Yeah.
first. Lead with the relationship,
And
then the sale.
I will share one more strategy here. Like, how did I build all these kind of very strong friendships there at all these events? Whenever I met these people, like if I find that connection is very much helpful, I try to add them on social media channels like Facebook or WhatsApp or Telegram, and I will take selfie with them. Then I will send that selfie to that person. Hey, I met you at this event, and about our collaboration or some sort of like things we want to do together. That's how you make that kind of connection at the event, and that's what I've done it from the period of almost like 7-8 years. I'm attending all these events, and I know like that's one strategy has worked very well for me. Like
I love it.
going to all these events, and you take photos, take selfies, and make that kind of friendly connection with them. Just don't try to sell them. Just say, let's talk.
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the best things you can do is and I don't deploy it myself, but I got to remember to start deploying it, is pulling up that phone
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, let me take a quick picture of you," tagging them in a
Yeah.
story and building the connection
Stories.
from there, right?
Yeah,
That's
building the
fantastic.
connection. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the main factor always. Yeah, it works very well for me. Like it has worked very, very well for me, and I've got so many speaking opportunities just from that event. Like if I'm going to one event, I will find the event organizer of another conference XYZ, then I will meet that person, try to be friendly, try to add value, try to talk them very nicely, ask them how was your day, how I can help you, how I can help your event, how I can help your business. So that's how you try to add value. So just don't try to sell. You don't try to
Yeah.
sell. That's
It's
at the
and
first stage.
it's funny because I make the same type of analogy with
Yeah.
social media advertising, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with social
Yes.
media ads. You look at this, compare that to what the approach you should take at a trade show or a conference.
Yeah.
It's like, don't be
Yes.
so pushy on people. Let them
Yeah,
get to
don't be
know
so
you.
pushy.
Let them get to know
Yes, for
you
sure.
through the relationship building. And that could be in Meta. It's like a video. Get them to watch a video and then retarget them after they watch 95% of a video. Once they've engaged and they
Yes.
know I can trust you,
Yes.
then that's a good point to engage in sales mode, right?
Yes. Yes. Like first, I would say like first like 20 seconds are very important. Like whenever you talk with someone, you feel that energy. Like someone is talking to you in first 20 to 30 seconds, so you can feel the energy between that person. Like do you really want to work with that person,
Mm-hmm.
or you really don't want to work with that person? So I will get the vibe. So like for me, if I'm not getting that kind of good vibes with that person, I will not work. Like I will not do any kind of business with that person. Like for me, it's very, very important, I will believe. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the intangibles as well, on top of that, when you're at an event, because you can only make that connection you're talking about in
Yeah.
in person. You can't really do that kind of engagement or that feel or
Engagement.
that vibe over a Zoom conversation, right? It's something that happens in
Yes.
person. And that's one of
In
those
person.
intangibles, right? From going to an event where
Yes.
it's not direct ROI. It's like meeting certain connections, feeling that there's a fit, and then having an experience together, right? And then from there,
Experience, for sure.
like you said, right? Like, look, we're talking right now because we met at a conference. No direct ROI
Yes,
necessarily from our relationship, monetary
for
wise.
sure.
However, here we are in a podcast. Who knows who's going to listen to this podcast and want to seek out your
Sure.
services or talk to my company, whatever it is. That is one of the intangibles that can derive from being at an event. You're planting seeds at every event you go to.
Yes, you need to build that kind of positive friendships, like or like at these events. So from like if I meet you at one event, but if I meet you again at another event, then we might do some sort of business, because
Mm.
now we are meeting so frequently. you're comfortable to talk with me, I'm comfortable to talk with you, we are willing to work together. That's how the things work. So that's why I've been a part of so many affiliate conferences, like marketing conferences, and I've made so many strong friendships there. So
Yeah.
that's what I believe. Like
100%. Every single one is a brand new opportunity, right? It's like another
yes,
page in
yes,
the book. Every person you meet is a new book, and you're just writing a new page every time you meet them, right?
yes.
So I love it.
And you give
So
them some kind of book. So for me, like Jason, I've given them books. Like I have my own book, right? So Inside Hustler's Brain. Oh, it's here.
there it
Woo!
is. I got it right next
Thank
to my
you.
desk,
Oh,
buddy.
thank you so much. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, so you give them book, you give them some sort of goodies of your company, so you make them remember you. So you want to build that kind of connection, like emotional connection. And we human are social animals, right? And we need that kind of connection always.
So
Yeah.
Todd, this is an older book. You gave this to me years ago. I think when I first met you, you gave me this book,
Yes.
Inside a
Yeah.
Hustler's Brain. Todd, give me the Coles notes of Inside the Hustler's Brain in Pursuit of Financial Freedom and how it has changed in 2024.
You want me to talk about that book or
I
in
want you to
general?
tell
Like,
me about the book, a couple of the points, the key points of the book, the key takeaways from the book. And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
want you to tell me what has changed in 2024, especially with hustle culture not really being a thing as it used to be when Gary Vaynerchuk was pushing it back in 2017.
Yes, because the hustle word I heard from Gary Vee. I think we both are fan of Gary Vee, right? So I learned about hustle world, and from there I got an idea. Okay, I should write a book about inside hustler's brain, like what's goes inside the mind of a hustler, like someone who's working hard, who's pushing himself. So from this book, my ultimate goal is to inspire people, because I came from a small town, like where my family was not like well grounded. So like we were not rich, like we were like very grounded people. And I know my father was very hardworking, like very 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 much hardworking person in like in his company. And I want to really build wealth. So I really want to be give my family like a good life. So like everyone dreamt of. So that was my ultimate goal. And through this book I want to just like give the way of living a meaningful life. Someone who like comes from a very small village or small town, and he or she really wants to achieve their goals XYZ. So my book is to inspire them and take actions, like analyze your strength and weaknesses, right? If you have these strength XYZ, so focus more on strength, and like don't focus on your weakness more, right? That's where I've seen so many people try to crib about their weakness. Hey, I cannot do this. Okay, if you cannot do this XYZ task, hire someone else, some other expert to do that task, right? Focus on your strength. Like if you're good at programming, so you better should focus on programming or coding. And if you're not good in marketing, why don't you hire someone for marketing? Like for me example, I'm good in marketing, I'm not good in programming or coding. So I've hired people who can do programming and coding, because I focus more on my strength instead of my weaknesses. So I'm sharing all these strategies in my book, how how to find your strength, and how to build your friend circle, like how to go to all these events and make network, make connections, and build like friendship, which can like eventually turn into a business like for you guys. So that's fair. And in 2024 I think hustle word has been overrated. I would say that it's not about hustle now, it's more about like your passion and the things you really love. Like whatever the money you are making XYZ, it's maybe you're making 100K a month or 1 million a month. All it matters a piece of life. So if you have a good piece in your life, I think you're like if you're happy with your family, you are you are staying healthy, that's what matters a lot. So like my goals for like 2024 have been changed a lot. So I want to focus more on my health, and I want to focus more on my family more. So the business is a priority, but now I'm focusing more on my health and on my family more. That's my goal. Like over the period of years my goals have changed. Yeah.
How many hours would you say you put in a week nowadays compared to 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, 5 years ago I was working like crazy, to be very honest. Every day, almost like 14 hours a day every day. But now it's almost like eight, 8 to 9 hours a day I work, and then I go for like gym or swimming, or we play some cricket, or we play some snooker. So now I'm more like a sports person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you're working smart, not hard? Or would you say
Yes.
would you say is there room to get better at that for you?
Of course, there's always a room of improvement. So but now I have my team. Like I have assigned all my like important and crucial tasks to all my managers I have. Like like 5 years ago, I don't have that kind of strong team because still I was hustling a lot at those days. But in in the last 3 4 years, I have like automated my tasks, like automated my team, like to like I have like for the specific task I have specific people who are running this company for me. So now it's more like doing a smart work, like focusing on the things which gives you the maximum ROI. So I'm focusing more on that right now. Yeah.
And what is that? What is that for you? What is generating the maximum ROI for you right now?
Like in my business,
Yeah.
I would say it's more like a PR marketing and my agency work. Yeah. Affiliate is more like automated, but PR marketing and agency work is going pretty well for me.
So when you
Like
say PR marketing, right?
yeah.
Specifically, are you talking about getting backlinks from big news outlets? Speak specifically
Yes.
around what you're doing with your PR strategy.
Like PR strategy, like so many of the like SaaS tools or some agencies, like someone who's running a software, someone who's running his ad networks. So they will come up to me, hey, I want to build this brand for my ad network or for my software. So I will send them the packages. Hey, so you should do these reviews on Trustpilot, on G2, and I have these kind of certain blogs where I can get your articles, your content well written about your product. Because whenever there is a new product in the market, all they need is a PR marketing, right? They want to make aware, like they really want to make the audience aware about their product. So I help them to build the PR, like getting the reviews done on the Google, like on all the top sites. If they want to get featured on Forbes, Inc., Huffington Post, like New York Times, I help them get featured there. And I have my own niche blogs where I help them get reviews and like so much content out there about their product. Because once the content is live on the Google eventually trusts that brand. Like someone is searching for their brand reviews, coupon, like versus alternatives, I help them to rank on the top of the Google with my PR marketing strategy. So
Is
that's what
are
I do with these clients.
Are you confident that strategy is scalable with the recent changes with Google updates, the impending changes with Google updates? Do you see that as scalable, or do you see that potentially pivoting? And if so, how?
No, it's not pivoting, to be very honest. I would say that it's scalable. Google is coming after a niche website like affiliate websites, right? Like if I'm running affiliate sites about hosting or VPN example, right? So if I'm writing so many stuff about reviews, coupons, alternative, all this kind of content, Google is now really hitting all these kind of niche websites. Google really wants actual business. Example, if I'm running a SaaS tool, example, right? And it's a SaaS, like a SaaS tool for AI marketing tool, example. And inside that SaaS tool, I'm running a affiliate marketing blog inside that SaaS tool, right? Then Google will actually trust you. Because right now in these like the last 6 months, I've seen like thousands of sites. I've like analyzed them, like why they're getting de-index on Google, why they are not able to rank well. And if someone is running a SaaS tool and inside that SaaS tool they are running an affiliate marketing blog, they are ranking very high on the Google, because Google thinks that's a SaaS tool, it's not an affiliate marketing blog, right? It's more like actual business which is helping customers to achieve XYZ goal. But if I'm running a complete affiliate marketing niche website, like a site about hosting reviews and all, Google now actually don't trust these kind of sites anymore. As far like from the last 6 months, the kind of changes we have seen in SEO, the things were different like the before 6 months October core update 2023. But after that things have changed drastically, to be very honest. I've seen so many of my friends, like they have thousand of sites getting de-indexed from the Google, like they have completely lost their rankings on Google. Like 70 to 80% of their revenues have been like dropped to zero almost.
We have seen this firsthand. So when when we started really embracing ChatGPT and AI content for
ChatGPT.
sites, we used it on our own sites as testing,
Okay.
and we
Same.
got them ranking really fast, really quickly. But when that
Same.
update hit, they got hit, which is great. It's
Like,
good and
yeah.
bad. Bad because we're losing traffic on certain sites that we created ourselves, but a good thing
Yeah.
because we never deployed this content for our clients. Right. So our clients are
For
still
sure.
copywriters doing the editing, like we
Yes.
talked about earlier, maybe leveraging ChatGPT to write the content, but copywriters writing the content and editing that content. Right. But just verbatim AI content, not so great. But to your point, one of the key prevailing factors is that authority aspect to a website, right? Making
Yes.
sure that specific service or offering is an authority in the space, connecting, making sure there's a
Yes.
CEO on the LinkedIn profile connected to that brand.
Yes.
Social
Yes.
media. Talk a little bit about the connection between social media and SEO and how it's more important now than before.
I think social media has become very, very important. Like if you're running your business, I would say that like social media, like specifically like LinkedIn or Instagram, has become very important part of your business. So you, as a CEO of the company, you have to be active on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram to create a buzz about your brand, to create a awareness about your product or any kind of offerings you have for customers. So you have to be on the social media if you really want to make an impact on people's lives. So I think it's very, very important. And as in from the affiliate side of point, I would say that like Google is really like rewarding those kind of like companies which have a good social media presence. So I've given you example, like if I'm running a SaaS tool and if I'm the CEO of the SaaS tool, and inside the SaaS tool I'm running a that affiliate marketing blog, Google has been rewarding all these kind of like companies because I've seen it, and it's working very, very well. Same thing I'm going to apply like these strategies into my own sites. Now I'm trying to acquire 2 or 3 SaaS companies, and inside that SaaS companies I'm going to run affiliate marketing blogs there. On the front end, it's been showcasing as like it's a SaaS tool which is working, and inside the SaaS tool I might be running that kind of affiliate marketing blog, and I'm talking more about the product features tool, how this product is gonna help you to achieve XYZ goals. So that's where so you can scale so many things. And I've seen so many companies like HubSpot, like Zapier, they are running affiliate blog inside the SaaS tool, and HubSpot is making money with affiliate commissions right now. They are ranking for so many review keywords, affiliate terms right now. And Zapier, Zoho, and all these big companies, they are running affiliate blog inside their SaaS tool because
So,
they are actual businesses by the Google. Yeah, trusted
right.
by the Google.
So how can a new business in 2024 compete with some of these big dogs for traffic? Or is there just, do they need to use or leverage other means such as paid social instead of SEO? Is it still worth a shot at still optimizing on SEO for a new business?
I would say like for the new businesses, it might get tougher. Like it will be tough, like like in 2024 to be very honest, because Google is bringing so many changes. If you see SGE, search generative experience, is coming on the top of the SERPs. Like if you search for any kind of content like Neil Patel net worth or review keywords or any kind of content you're searching on the Google, so you might see SGE is coming on the top of the Google right now. So I think Google is already bringing so many changes in the SERPs, like Reddit, Quora is ranking, and many news website. If you see Forbes is ranking very higher for so many terms right now. Forbes, like New York Times, even The Verge, all these kind of news sites are ranking on the top of the search results for very competitive keywords. And even for the new businesses, SEO like will be very crucial, and it will be not easy as it was in 2022, because by the end of 2023 the game of SEO has been really changed, and Google is rewarding like like the actual companies who are running the tool or sites, but they are not rewarding the affiliate side. But the local SEO is it's still good. It's still doable right now, and it's working very, very well for so many of the SEO agencies I have been talking. So local SEO has not been impacted like so far. Yeah.
What's the solution, though? Just speaking of some of these challenges, what's the solution for small to medium-sized businesses in the age of AI?
I think they have to leverage how to use AI in their business. They have to automate the task. Like in my agency, I have like automated the task for content creation, because instead of having a 10 copywriters, now I have only two who are doing all the work of like 10 copywriters. I don't need to hire like so many people for writing the content. I've trained them, like I've created all the SOPs for them to create the content, how to check, how to proofread, how to make the content human friendly. Like someone is coming to our sites, so the content is actually very much helpful, right? So I think, and like SMBs and all, like they have to learn how to use AI, and they have to leverage the AI into their business. They have to automate, so they have to automate the tasks. They don't have to hire like so much of workforce, and later on they will be like firing them out. If you've seen like so many of the companies, they have overhired people, and now because of AI, now they are like trimming, they are trimming down the workforce. Why? Because they don't need too many of people doing the same task, because AI is already automating the process. So try to implement AI in your business, like try to find out the ways how you can save money by using AI in your business. So like for some specific trends, I would say that like go to all these kind of local events and try to learn from the experts how they are using AI in their business, and how they are like saving the cost. Because running a business, the major cost is paying salaries. Like employees are the main structure of the companies, and you have to like spend so much money to take care of your employees, right? So that's where like AI comes into the play. And so you can find out like the people who are well skilled to use AI, and it's like instead of hiring a 10 people, and one person can do the job of the 10 people because of the AI. So I have learned these things, like you have to use AI in your business if in order to scale your business in 2024. So
Yeah,
my agency and my PR marketing staff is going pretty well, because I've trained my staff very well. So they are doing the pretty much good job here.
I think that a lot of people, and we saw this internally at our company. It's like there were
Sure.
people that adopted to it, that embraced AI, used it to create better productivity, more
Better
efficiency,
productivity, yes.
and then you had some employees um, that specifically around the design aspect and things like that, that were really pushing back on AI.
Yeah,
Because
they don't want to
taking
learn.
away from the creative, the human element.
Yeah,
That was a challenge, and unfortunately, some people that didn't embrace it became less productive compared to their counterparts who were embracing AI.
sure.
But are there any? Talk to me about the areas where we cannot replace humans, the areas that we really need to have that, maybe that human AI connection, and there's more emphasis on the human aspect of it, right? Like, for example, image generation right now is okay. I don't think it's amazing yet. In some cases, especially if you're using GPT or DALI to do image generation, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So maybe you could talk to me about your experience and where that human element is still very important.
I think for customer support, right? If I'm running my agency, I need a human customer support. Because if you want to work with my agency, you need someone human to talk with you, right? You don't need a chatbot talking with you about your issues you're having with my, like if I'm offering you XYZ services, and you want to talk to some human in my company. So right, so that's where I think AI will not help. You need a human touch there. And I think that's an important part for me. Like if I want to work with some company, and if I need a human support, so that support should be there. Like instead of AI is talking to me about my queries, or and like if I have some issues with your services, I need a human person at that time. And I think AI will not be able to replace the human customer support, where you need a human emotions involved. Right, it
That's
can automate the task of creating videos, content, like writing ads for you, like Facebook ads, like Google ads. It can automate so many tasks for sure, 100% AI. But when you need a human connection on the call, you don't want to talk to some robot, right? You want a human connection over the call. You want someone should listen to you, someone should feel your pain there, right? I think
Exactly.
so.
Empathy, right? You still see
Empathy and
empathy
gratitude.
is
Yeah,
so you can't replace empathy.
important.
How
Yes,
frustrating would it be, or just a terrible user experience to go to a website and some
experience.
chat bot and have a discussion about, how maybe someone took my account, hacked my account, and there's fraudulent
Yes,
activity there. The last thing I want to do is talk to a bot. And yes, I'm talking to you, Meta. The last thing you want to do
that's
is have to talk to a bot.
crazy. That's where I told you you need a human connection, and you need that kind of empathy and gratitude. And AI don't have that, to be very honest. AI can automate so many tasks for sure. It can really help you. Like treat AI as your friend. Like try to learn, try to like implement it like in your business. But in your business, you have some specific areas where you need a human touch, someone who can understand the human pain. Like you need that kind of empathy and gratitude, to be very honest. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the future. You're looking into that crystal ball right now. From where you're at
Mhm.
today, and where do you see things progressing in 2 years from now? With how fast everything is moving with AI and digital marketing, the agency world,
Like
where do you
digital.
see things heading, Jitendra?
I think I would say like if someone really wants to scale their business in 2024, like in the next 2 years, they have to learn AI and they have to implement AI in their business or agency, whatever like someone is running online. They have to like implement AI. They have to learn AI. They have to treat AI as their friend. But what I've seen, so many people still they are not comfortable to use AI in their business. They're afraid to take the advantage of AI, and it's so shameful for me, like to say that, because I've seen so many of my friends. They still say, "Oh, I don't want to learn AI. It's not gonna replace me." I say it's gonna replace you if you don't learn how to use AI. Companies will be shortlisting you on the basis of your skills. Like you know how to use Chat GPT, and if you don't know how to use Chat GPT, they will hire someone who knows how to use Chat GPT, someone who knows to automate the task, someone who can like be a less burden on the company, right? Companies don't want to hire someone who is a burden on them, right? So that's where the AI will come into the force. And in the next 2 years, AI market is going to explode. Like billions of dollars will be pumped in. So make sure you take the advantage. Like you launch your own product, launch your own service. Try to educate your audience, your customers about AI. Like go to all these AI events, and you're gonna learn so many things. Like how fast the AI is changing the world. So I think
People,
it's so many
100%.
opportunities are there. Yeah.
I think the big thing here is not just adapting to AI, but it's adapting, period. Because if you think in 2 years, like yes, today we use Chat GPT as our means of AI and content
Yeah.
creation.
Yeah.
It could change in 3 months. Open AI could change the regulations and shut off a ton of AI apps tomorrow. So we might
Yes.
be using something else in 6 months' time or 2 years' time. So I think the big thing is people not getting too comfortable or too complacent with the tools they're using now, but always having the inherited
They're
need
complaining.
or desire to evolve and grow
They
and
don't have
be
the
ready and
desire.
prepared to adapt to whatever comes our way, because there will be another wave coming, right?
There is another wave coming, and so many companies will fire. Like they will like they will like they don't want too much of workforce, to be very honest. They want to like reduce the workforce, to be very honest.
It's
And they
pretty
want
scary.
they will be, yeah, it's scary, to be very honest, because some and like industry AI will replace them, to be very honest. It is coming, it is coming. Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, Jitendra, what do you have coming up in terms of like, are you still very active with speaking? Do you plan on being active in the next year with your speaking engagements?
Yes, yes. Whenever I'm getting some like last month I was in Poland. Like I was speaking in a very big SEO conference, and after this month I'm going to Cyprus in Icon. It's a pretty big conference where I'm going to talk about AI and affiliate marketing. And after that I might be going to AW Summit in Bucharest, They want me as a speaker on AI again, AI and SEO. So like these are the plans for 2024. And whenever I will get some good opportunity to speak on, I will be happy to speak and share my knowledge with my audience, because
Well,
that's my goal. Yeah.
you will see me at AW Summit as I'll be hosting the event. So I'll be the MC.
Awesome.
So I'll be giving you the Q and
Awesome.
A, and I'll take it easy on you. Okay.
Yeah, that will be awesome to meet you again, to be very honest. So,
Yeah.
we have, like, it's been a long time we didn't catch up. And how is your speaking? Like, are you speaking somewhere
Yeah.
at some
So you know
event?
what, when you're trying to do the work-life balance, and much like you said earlier on, trying to scale back on how the amount of hours that you work, not necessarily how hard you work, but the amount of hours you work. And for me,
Hours. Okay.
having 3 kids involved, very heavily involved in sports, and so I've decided to scale back on speaking. And I do it twice a year. I'll go over to Europe twice a year, and I work very closely with the European Summit and doing all their advertising and speaking and helping them promote that event, and as well as
Okay,
the
that,
AW
that,
Summit.
wow.
So I go with both of those events, and then yeah, I mean, other speaking opportunities are inevitably going to arise through when we're talking about AI, and there's more of a need for AI speakers like yourself more than ever before, because people really want to be on the cusp of the changes that are coming. Right.
Yeah, like so many changes are coming. Like Jason, I didn't expect it. Like Google will launch so many changes in the SERP in the last 6 months. The game has completely changed. Like I've never seen this kind of changes in my 10 years of doing SEO.
Yeah,
Like
it's
these are
insane,
the
eh?
some of the biggest changes, like massive changes by the Google, massive. Like if I've talked with thousands of SEO experts in the conferences, and everybody's saying like Google is really hammering. Like, yeah,
If you you know
breaking the hammer.
if anybody listening there wants to check out Jitendra at one of his events, I definitely encourage you check him out. When he's on stage, he has an abundance of energy. He's
Thank you.
basically it's one of those things. I think when you're speaking and you see people it's hard not to be attentive, because you're basically yelling at them,
Yeah,
and you're
that's what
yelling
I
in a good way.
I I
Good way.
believe in. And so you need to give them energy all the time. Like
Yes,
if you don't give them that kind of energy, then audience will be sleeping, man. That's why I don't want to make them sleep. I want to make them
it's
awake. Come on, let's do it.
100%. It's so inspiring to watch, and I
Yeah.
definitely encourage, if anybody gets a chance to watch Jitendra at any of his events that he's speaking, go and check it out. Jitendra, if our audience has any questions for you or wants to get in touch, where can they check you out?
They can reach me on LinkedIn. I'm very much active on LinkedIn or Instagram. They can search my name there, Jitendra Vaswani. So they can find me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I'm there, happy to help them out if they have some questions about AI, SEO, affiliate marketing, agency stuff. I can help them out, like for sure. Yeah. And they can
Awesome.
watch out my some interviews I'm doing with the expert. I've done like interviews with so many experts like Jason, like Neil Patel, like Kylie Roof. If they want to learn some like stuff about affiliate marketing SEO, so they can check out my podcast, Inside and Hustler's Brain. So they can watch so many good stuff there. Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. Amazing. Jitendra, you're the man, dude. We'll see you soon, eh?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Jason. Really, I appreciate for this like interview.